mean, I hate to sound kind of cliche, but it really has been a dream come true. Seriously, I kind of came into the Power universe a bit late. Like I think I had just watched OG Power in like April of 2022, but I was still on that high of like, oh my God, this show is amazing. So when the audition came in, I was like, wait, this is crazy, And I couldn't have asked for a better introduction to TV, to
Yeah.
film. It's been the biggest blessing, and I'm glad that I got to do it in such an incredible show that everyone loves.
All I really need, that big old belt. Big old... Good evening. My name is Nigeria Chambers from Big Go Belt Media. Aliyah and Liv, what an honor and pleasure to talk to you today as we are here to talk all things season three, Raising Kanan, and what a season it has been. I have checked it all out and whew, so many emotions. What a ride. But I kind of direct it back to you two, talking about a ride. First of all, this is your two's major network television show debut. You come out swinging on a major project with a major fan base that folks are tuning in each and every week, being very about it. And
Mhm.
certainly, you two, along with Haley, got our attention with the group Butter. So I want to definitely start off by asking, what has this ride, this experience, this love, this community been for you all for your first major project? And we'll start with you, Aaliyah.
Um, it's been very special because I have a musical theater background. So being able to sing, dance, and act, not just on a stage, but on television has been a dream come true, especially to do it with such a talented cast and, everyone was very welcoming. So it was a very collaborative, fun experience. Being in Butter, we got to be in the studio, we got to work with different choreographers, and it was just nice that everyone kind of had like their own flair that they brought to the group, and we all ended up gelling really well together on and off screen. So it's been the most amazing experience. I love that it's Power, and I also love that we get to sing, dance, and act all in one. It's been exciting.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Liv?
Yeah, I'm gonna second everything Aaliyah said. I also have a musical theater background, so it was just the best opportunity possible to introduce myself onto the screen in this way. You know what I mean? And having been a fan of the original Power only maybe 3 months before doing this show, it felt like it was like a God-given thing, like it was meant to happen. You know what I mean? And I couldn't have asked for a better introduction to this world. So, and to do it with Aaliyah and with Haley, who are dynamic, incredible singers and actors and dancers. It was truly like an ordained kind of experience. So I'm really proud and I feel so blessed.
As you should. And truly just congratulations. I will be certainly keeping an eye out on YouTube's career going forward because again, for really making a huge debut on television and coming out swinging, I think I certainly got what it takes and going to have long, very healthy and successful careers. I just wish I just didn't have so much beef, man, because I would be here talking about the music. Like, hey, where's the album? Where's my album music looking dry right now? Like, y'all should have been in the studios cooking instead of going against each other?
Oh.
But
But we gotta have
ego.
some drama, right? Because that's what
Yeah, I guess
people want to
so.
watch. That's to bring the people back.
I guess so. So talking about the finale here, man, man, man. First, Liv, I'm gonna start off with the simple questions for you. We see what a lot of folks has suspected the relationship between Aisha and Juke really come to fold. We see it become a thing and not just the romantic side, but like the respect. I felt really it really hit me about how Aisha was there for her. She said she called her for 2 weeks, and while Juke was kind of going through whatever she was going through, she says, "No, no, no. I want to know how you are." And I think that was such a very healthy but important question. Can you sort of a little bit of detail about and how you would describe Aisha's relationship with Juke over this time, and then that conversation about her asking her, and I would assume from a mental standpoint how she's doing. What did that mean?
Yeah, I think Iesha knows, maybe may not have had a conversation, but Iesha intuitively kind of knows that there's layers to Jukebox. And in a way, Iesha is similar to how I am, where I'm very interested in like peeling like back the layers and discovering, who a person really, really is. And so I think she felt that connection to her very, very early on. And she also wanted to push Juke to see the good
Mhm.
inside of her, because so often throughout the series, you see her kind of not having a confidence in herself or not really thinking that she's worthy,
Mhm.
and I think that's the most important thing about their friendship, is that Iesha was that sort of apparatus in her life, that
Mhm.
person that let her see that she is lovable, that she is all of these great things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Despite the path of her family, despite all of the craziness that's in her world, you're an individual and you are a good person. You are a good individual and you bring something to the world. So I think that's been the main takeaway, at least from me in my crafting, what I hope that the audience was able to gather.
Yeah, and then we love some Raising Jukebox. Like this is one of our favorite series. So whenever we can get a win for her, we're rooting very loud and proud. And it was beautiful to see. And I also thought it was beautiful because Aisha, through by her way in love and appreciation for Juke, also kind of battled through some self-discovery of herself. And I think that is a testament of a good person when you can find yourself by the way of somebody else, and the challenges that they're going through. And I really do look seeing where that goes. As we know now, Juke is sort of contemplating this military army move. And I thought that line was so funny. He said, "You're the first person to ever go to the military to protect themselves."
Yeah, I love mine too. Because it's true. Who does that?
I know. It was like, yeah, you nailed it on that one. Oh, Aliyah. Now listen, we're not gonna. No one knows what's gonna go on beyond season three, so we're just keeping it in season three, and just kind of either talking as a fan or just what would you like to see. Just want to put that disclaimer because you know how the power fan base are. They think you know the truth. They think there's leaks, all these other sources and everything. We're just talking
Weird.
as fans and friends here, just about the characters in episode 10, the finale. Well, we see Krystal's crying when Famous goes to check on Kanan, and that can mean a couple of different things. But she did establish that she's late, which could mean that potentially she could be pregnant. And we do know that when Kanan becomes an adult, he ends up having a kid. His kid name is Sean. So is your kid named Sean, and are you pregnant?
I don't have any kids, but Krystal, let's see. We'll see. You know what I mean? It could go a couple of different ways. And I know a lot of people are, asking me, are you her? Are you her? I'm like, I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, I really don't know.
Right, right, right.
But it's a very fun cliffhanger. I know a lot of people, I wasn't expecting it when I realized it was going to be happening. So
Yeah.
it was fun to play, and I can't really say too much more than that, to be honest with you. He was
I
kind
hear that. Beautifully answered. I'm absolutely proud of you how you handled that one there. We
of
can actually talk about though. She is crying, and do you have any other details about what those tears mean? I think we could kind of look at some of the
yeah,
facts from the episode. Kanan seems to not want anything official. It seems like he's just vibing, and
yeah,
Crystal's kind of like, "I'm digging you. Let's lock this up." So,
yeah.
what
I
do
think
those tears sort of mean?
raising Kanan. I mean, he's always got so much on his mind, and this is probably the last thing that he wants to be dealing with right now. It's a lot going on. So it's kind of just like adding layers on top of layers. And maybe this might be the thing that he's just like, I can't do this right now. So that would cause tears. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For a woman, that's a very, very, very big deal. And the only reaction a woman would want in telling a man that she might be, or might not be, or whatever, is support.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why I like raising Jukebox much better, because Kanan is just a jerk.
What is he
He's a
doing?
product of his environment, that's for sure.
That's true. That's a fact.
Mhm.
Um, where was I about to go with my next question? Oh, yeah. We gotta talk about the group butter here. So now that Juke, which just by being questioned, I didn't think that should have been a termination of her being a part of the group. I thought that was weird, but I guess perception and optics is the reason why they said fine. If they're investigating her family, she's not locked up, and anybody could be questioned or anything. Doesn't make you guilty of anything, but it seems to be detrimental to again the optics of the group butter. But can the group go on? Is it over? Did Nakia pull the plug here? Is there more butter on the way? Would you all like for it to be more butter? Could it be a duo group, or trios only work best? What is your thoughts and hopes for the group's future here?
A duo with Iesha and Krystal? I don't think so. You know, I don't know. I feel like Jukebox has a lot on plate, and she was given the lead. You know what I mean? And given the circumstance, I feel like if I were Juke, I would need to press pause as well. Especially like her dad is the last really, really close. I mean, they're all close, they're family, but we've seen how their relationship has grown and developed over this season and last season. And if something's going on with Marvin, I think she might have to press pause and handle that. We're still young, we're like 17, 18.
Yeah.
So gather yourself. She loves to sing, she'll continue to sing. But as far as Iesha and Krystal, I think that's a no-go, If
Krystal been trying to Beyonce the entire time, so I already
entire
know
time.
where your answer's going.
It don't matter if it's a trio, a duo. Krystal's gonna be lead, okay? She just want to be lead. It don't matter. It don't matter who's involved. She just wants to be in the spotlight. But it's like, for Jukebox, it's a sad moment. And they finally have that kind of moment of like being okay as a group all together, coming together finally to make this happen. And then it's always
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
just real mean, right? Did her bad right there, you
I
know?
think even in that moment, regardless of how we like felt about each other, we all kind of just got knocked down in that moment, as
Yeah,
a,
Yeah.
as a group for sure.
yeah.
Let's sneak in two quick questions real fast. Liv, going back to Aisha, does she have a nickname? Because folks are already predicting that she might be this adult version of Juke's interest. So I didn't think that Aisha had a nickname. No nickname, nobody
Like,
named Candy or anything.
unless it comes later, I don't know.
I don't know.
Y'all know as much as I do at this point, but as far as I know, they just call me Iesha around the way. We'll see if
All
that
right.
changes later on.
All right. We got to put the conspiracy theories to bed here. Last question for you
Man,
all. Again, this has been a fantastic season. Season 3 of Raising Cane, it just continues to just raise the bar in all terms, in all of television, not just power, but just all of television. To give you both a moment, is there any particular moments within the season, any particular cast member or crew that you just wanted to give flowers through your time being on the show this season?
I would just like to thank Dean. He was like our right hand man with everything. Whatever we needed, he had our backs in every rehearsal and every communication. If there was anything we were uncomfortable with, we could always go to Dean. So I just want to shout him out and say thank you for making my transition from stage to TV so smooth. I couldn't have asked for a better person by our side. So thanks, Dean.
Beautiful, Aliyah.
Um, yeah, Dean was amazing. He was our guy, one of the producers. And I would also say Carla, who is our choreographer, was so patient, and we would come in on the weekends and have to rehearse for hours, and she was always had the best attitude. And was very patient. So I did that. And she had an associate, his name is Zoj. They're both very involved in the Broadway commercial dance world. So I appreciate both of them. I know they're obviously not on the show, but they were very important. Um, and yeah, all of the directors too, because each episode has a different director. So it was nice to be able to meet different people and kind of pick up on how people work and make those relationships too.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Liv in the Video, thank you so much for your time today. Fortunately, folks, you will not be getting that Butter album on Apple Music currently, but hopefully we'll be seeing you back both for season 4, Raising Kanan, whenever that news and announcement is released. But for the work you've done in season 3, thank y'all both so much and for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.